We're at Monkwearmouth, standing by the wide River Wear, which flows from Durham, and we're going to go to St Peter's Church, Monkwearmouth, where Bede started his monastic life at the age of 7. This is the site of the Anglo-Saxon monastery of Benedict Biscops, and this is where Bede started his monastic life at the age of 7. The River Wear would have been much nearer to it then, allowing the monks access to the North Sea and the trade routes. And St Peter's Church is standing here now. Monkwearmouth was part of the double monastery of Wearmouth and Jarrow, and the only part of the church that now remains is the Anglo-Saxon tower and porch. We're looking towards Jarrow Bridge, which originally would have been built to provide access to St Paul's Monastery, and then later in the 18th century it was built as you see it now, because there was the industrial development of the mining of slate around here, and thousands of people were involved in that. And we're standing on a more modern bridge, which carries the cars, of course. The River Don connected St Paul's to the River Tyne and to the North Sea, and that was the point of arrival for people coming to the monastery, because many of them were built down the east coast because of access. We're standing in the ruins of the monastery where Bede lived and worked and wrote his history of the English people, and that's quite a thought to think that he was here all those hundreds of years ago. We're also looking at Norman ruins. It's a very early example of a Norman doorway there, and the monastery was refounded again in the Middle Ages in 1070 by Aldwin, who was prior of Winchcombe. So that's quite a thought. It would have been a very extensive building here, with communal buildings and two floors. There was a hall and an oratory. And when Bede was dying, he asked to be lifted up to see the place where he prayed. And where we're looking at now was where the monks were buried in the Anglo-Saxon times, just around here.